What up, Homedawgs? My name is Gokey Gamer, and welcome everybody to Week 9, the final week of the SDA, where this week we're going to be going up against none other than PokeBaldy and the Dundee Darmanitans. This fight is extremely scary for a multitude of reasons. One, this team is extremely terrifying to go up against. Two, this team has done really well in terms of how well they play. They are currently the number 3 seed, and they are actually guaranteed the number 3 seed the entire for the rest of this, for the playoffs, basically. They're guaranteed the 3rd seed. They might get 2nd seed, but I think if they win, I think they get guaranteed 3rd seed. Meanwhile, for us, we win this fight, we are guaranteed playoffs. We are the last team to play out of everybody in Week 9, and long story short, if I win, I guarantee playoffs because of my differential. If I lose, I'm guaranteed out of playoffs. This is a must-win game for us to guarantee a slot in playoffs, and on top of that, depending on where we place, majority of the time we'll end up being placed at number 6, which means most likely we'll be going up against PokeBaldy again in the first round of playoffs, which is very terrifying, obviously. So this is a very critical game for us. We want to be able to win, but also not reveal too many of our sets in case we do go up against each other. And I might even try to play around, try to see if I can guarantee a 7th place slot as well. I might try to do that. That's risky. I probably won't do that. I'll probably just try to go for the KO. But that is something to keep in mind as well. Differential could matter in that regard. But yes, most likely I'm just going to be going for a win. And yeah, without any further ado, I'm going to go ahead and get started talking about the team. So, my opponent has got, I'll blow up the team here. My opponent has got Ursaluna Bloodmoon. This is an Ursaluna versus Ursaluna matchup, which is very exciting. We've got Quaquaval, we've got Iron Moth, we've got Hisuian Goodra, we've got Screamtail, we've got Grimmsnarl, we've got Weavile, we've got Appleton that can Terra into a Steel, Grass, or Fairy type. We've got Frostmoth, which can Terra into a Ground, Electric, or Water type. We've got Cyclizar, and we have got a Glimmet. In terms of what I think my opponent is going to bring, I think Ursaluna Bloodmoon is absolutely a must-bring. That thing just does a crap ton of damage versus my team. I think Iron Moth has a decent chance of coming, believe it or not, because I actually have done multiple mocks, which I'll get into in a bit. And each time with my mocks, everybody brought Iron Moth. Hisuian Goodra, I think, is definitely a must-bring. Screamtail and Grimmsnarl, I think, are very good matchups as well. Appleton and Frostmoth, I think at least one of them is coming. I think Quaquaval has a good chance of coming as well. So yeah, overall, very scary Pokemon in general. And I'm going to have an interesting time versus my opponent. So yeah, very nervous for this fight, very nervous for everything in general. And my opponent could even just bring some wacky sets since they're guaranteed playoffs anyways. And I have to keep that in mind as well. My opponent could bring some wacky sets just to bring because they are guaranteed a 3rd seed. So, yeah, but without any further ado, I think let's go ahead, go into the team, talk about what I'm bringing, why I'm bringing it, and things like that. Before we do that, though, and I'll bring this up during the battle as well, I just wanted to give a quick shout-out to both Snore and Monkferno for helping me with mock battles, testing out sets, and everything like that. They have played a crucial role in getting this team put together. And also shout out to Operator54 as well. I believe that's their number. But yeah, shout out to Operator as well for suggesting a bunch of sets for me to try out. And I think will actually, honestly, could make the difference between a win and a loss for me. So, shout outs to the 3 of them. All their links will be down in the description below PokeBaldy's links. And be sure to check all of them out as well. So yeah, without any further ado, let's get into the team, what I'm bringing, and why I'm bringing it. So first up is going to be my lead, Quaquaval. With the choice scarf this week, Moonblast, Trick, Wish, and Stealth Rocks is the moveset. Let's see if I can press the right button. There we go. Max HP, max defense is the EV spread with a little bit of speed investment as well. Moonblast is there because Stab Moonblast does a lot of damage. Trick is there. This is going to be my lead. I trick whatever wants to lead. If it screens Grimmsnarl, if it's a Hisuian Goodra switch in, if it's even Ursaluna Bloodmoon, which could be a very scary switch in, obviously, but it could weaken it down a lot because it can't collect Bloodmoon reliably anymore. Wish, because Wish Pass is absolutely critical in this matchup, and Stealth Rock is there specifically because rocks look phenomenal in this matchup as well. My opponent does not have great removal options, so being able to set up rocks very easily is obviously really great for me. I really love this Pokemon in this matchup with Unaware as well to stop things like Quaquaval from sweeping, to stop things from the Ursaluna Bloodmoon kind of from sweeping. Things like Swords Dance Weavile as well, or even like an Appleton could cause issues too. So that is my Quaquaval set. That is Pinky the Quaquaval. Guaranteed lead, and is just going to do a crap ton of damage. The only reason I might not lead this thing is because my next Pokemon is Stormy. Choice Specs Terra Ground. I originally had Dragalge on this team instead of Stormy, but I actually really like this Pokemon in this matchup, specifically because of competitive and just how hard this Pokemon hits. Max special attack, max speed with the Timid Nature to speed tie with a Jolly Weavile. This also forces Weavile to be Jolly as well, or get outsped. Thunderbolt, Air Slash, Volt Switch, and Terra Blast is the moveset with competitive. If Grimmstar wants to go for a parting shot versus this thing, I get to a +1 special attack instead of a -1 special attack, which could be very, very critical. Thunderbolt, Air Slash, Volt Switch, Terra Blast. Thunderbolt is there for stab electric, Air Slash is there for stab flying, Volt Switch is there for pivoting, and Terra Blast is there so that way if I do end up terroring into a Terra Ground, I can hit things like the Hisuian Goodra, I can hit Iron Moth, I can hit a Terra Steel Appleton, I can hit a Terra Electric Frostmoth, things like that. So yeah, that is this set. It's a very, very standardized set with the choice specs just hit as hard as possible. Shoutouts to Monk for helping me test this thing out as well, and a Praetor specifically for this set. A Praetor also is the one who came up with the Trick Choice Scarf set as well. So, yeah. There we go, there is that. Next up we have got Mudbath the Ursaluna, which all the mocks I did proved to be absolutely phenomenal in this game. Assault Vest with max special defense, pretty high attack stat, and a decent amount of speed. Gunk Shot, Headlong Rush, Brick Break, and Heavy Slam is the moveset. Snore helped me perfect this set right to perfection. Gunk Shot is there specifically for Appleton and the Fairy types. Headlong Rush is there because Stab Ground also destroys several mons like Ursaluna Bloodmoon, Iron Moth, etc., Hisuian Goodra. Brick Break is there specifically to get rid of screens. This is the way I get rid of screens. And Heavy Slam is there specifically for things like Weavile, Scream Tail, whatever else as well. This Pokemon just clicks buttons. That's all this Pokemon does. This Pokemon also switches in against Iron Moth. The only way Iron Moth can hit this thing super effectively is with Energy Ball, and I have Bulletproof to stop it. So, literally, Iron Moth cannot touch me. Iron Moth just does not do well against this Pokemon at all. It's the one reason I could see Iron Moth not coming, because originally Iron Moth was the kill leader of the entire draft league for a while. Now it's number 3, I believe. But the only reason I don't see Iron Moth coming is because my team is so anti-Iron Moth in general. This set completely walls it. So this stops Iron Moth, is the main thing with this. This can also handle Ursaluna Bloodmoon decently well as well. Next up, we have got Steampunk the Volcanion. This is our physically bulky answer. This also is an answer into Hisuian Goodra that can Iron Defense Body Press me, Quaquaval, things like that, Weavile. And it's very, very nice. Max defense, very high investment in speed, and a decent amount of investment in HP. Steam Eruption, Body Press, Haze, and Taunt is the moveset. The speed investment is there just in case they're running like a modest Goodra or something like that. I believe that is what I outspeed. I also outspeed Max Speed Ursaluna as well with this set, which is obviously very important as well. Steam Eruption, Body Press, Haze, and Taunt is the moveset. Haze and Taunt stops Body Press Goodra from winning the game. Body Press is there to 1v1 Hisuian Goodra. Steam Eruption is there just to hit like Ursaluna Bloodmoon and things like that really, really hard. Yeah, this is the moveset. It's a very, very interesting moveset, but it's the best moveset I've got to 1v1 a majority of Pokemon. I thought about running Roar instead of Haze. That was suggested to me, but I decided Haze was just a better win con in general, because if I run Roar and then the last Pokemon is Hisuian Goodra with Iron Defense Body Press, I lose. So yes, that is the set. Hopefully it comes in clutch. Hopefully it does really well. Next up, we have got Jack Frost, Terra Fairy Clear Amulet this week to help prevent parting shot shenanigans from the Grimmsnarl. Triple Axle, Iron Head, Earthquake, and Rapid Spin is the moveset. Max attack Adamant. At +1 speed, I outspeed Quaquaval. At +2, I outspeed Weavile. Triple Axle is there just to nuke things. Iron Head is there just to nuke things. Earthquake is there specifically for Hisuian Goodra and Iron Moth, things like that. And yeah, Jack Frost just causes a lot of shenanigans versus my opponents. And it's just a really, really great thing in general. Bringing both my Terra Captains is very valuable in this matchup because Jack Frost, I could legitimately run all 3 of my Terra Captains and there would be like Terra types on Sandslash, and it would be completely viable. My opponent's going to have a very hard time prepping around my Terra Captains, and I'm hopefully going to use that to my advantage with this set. Clear Amulet. will hopefully also come in clutch as well. It could be interesting, it could be, you know, we'll see what happens with it. But yeah, Jack Frost hopefully can provide an endgame sweep. If not, we've got our final Pokemon as well. Virizion, Team Mobile Virizion, who has not made an appearance since week 1, is making an appearance once again with a Mirror Herb this week with Sacred Sword, Vacuum Wave, Trailblaze, and Giga Drain. With these specific sets justified, I actually might change the setup a little bit, I'm not even gonna lie. But yeah, Sacred Sword, Vacuum Wave, Trailblaze, and Giga Drain is the moveset. I might change the nature a little bit because I originally had a lower defensive nature instead, but I was worried about Ice Shard, but I need to remember that Ursaluna Bloodmoon gets Vacuum Wave. So I do need to remember that as well. Sacred Sword is there specifically for Hisuian Goodra that wants to try to set up sweep versus me. Vacuum Wave is there for priority. Trailblaze is there to set up to a decent speed. If I get to a +1 speed, then Weavile is forced to click Ice Shard, in which case I retaliate with a Vacuum Wave. Giga Drain is there specifically so that way I can recover HP reliably, and just especially against Ursaluna Bloodmoon, because Ursaluna Bloodmoon does not like taking special hits. And yeah, I think I will change the Virizion's nature before this battle starts, but yeah, regardless, that is a team. Hopefully we can pick up a W, and hopefully things go well for us. So I'm going to go ahead and blap into the battle. Blap! Blap! And we are back. Oh man, I'm so nervous for this. I'm so nervous for this, dude. Oh my god, I'm so nervous. Okay, here we go. Let's see what my opponent's bringing. I'm very nervous, dude. Okay. I just need to focus. I need to focus. Of course we see the freaking Glimmet. I somehow knew that was coming. Oh, so I'm very glad I did not bring Dragalge, at least with spikes. Okay, so no Screen Tail is pretty decent. Because of Glimmet, I kind of want to lead Jack Frost. And I think that's just straight up what I'm going to do. Just lead Jack Frost. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do here. Yeah, no, that's unfortunate. That is very unfortunate. I'm scared about Glimmet just because of Toxic Debris. Yeah, mainly Toxic Debris is really rough for me. So that's going to be very difficult to deal with. We do see Iron Moth. We don't see Frostmoth or Cyclizar, which is pretty decent. Weavile gets walled by Volcarona. Same with Appleton. We don't see Screamtail or Hisuian Goodra, which is obviously really great. We don't see Quaquaval, so that's also very, very good. Yeah, this is going to be interesting. This is going to be really interesting, guys. Yeah, I was wondering if my opponent was going to bring Glimmet this week, just because, like, they're guaranteed playoffs at this point. If they lead Glimmet, great. If not, then honestly, I still have a really great Mon up front, honestly. So I don't see why I don't just click a button. The Iron Moth is the worst possible lead, but we will work with that when we get there. We will work with that when we get there, baby. Alright, here we go. So Lowland Sand Slash is going to be the lead, and Adamant, Clear Amulet, Slush Rush. Here we go. Good luck, have fun to my opponent. Barb is going to be the Glimmet. Of course it is. I'm tempted to just click Rapid Spin here, honestly. I'm expecting you to be Sash. If I click Rapid Spin, I can get up to +2. I can now possibly outspeed certain things. So I'm going to go ahead and click Rapid Spin here, just so that way I can increase my speed. I have no idea what this thing wants to do to me. I don't think it can kill me. It might be able to. Power Jump is 48 to 58% if it is tinted, so... But everything else, like, literally dies to it, and it has to be, like, a Sash. So, we'll see here what my opponent wants to do. Obviously. They do withdraw. They do make a hard swap. So, let's see what wants to come in here. Fluffy, what's that going to be? Is that going to be... Grim. Okay, so my guess is this is going to be, like, a T-Wave set. Rapid Spin does a decent amount of chip. Our speed rises. I kind of want to just switch into Stormy, and I think that's exactly what I'm going to do here. I'm going to switch into Stormy. They could Parting Shot here. If they do, I get a +1 special attack buff. They could also set up screens, in which case I think I just Volt. And go into Ursaluna. Reflect. So they are screens. They are very much screens. I'm going to click Volt Switch here. That's just an easy play for me to make. I doubt they might hard swap with the Ursaluna, but... on the risk that I click Air Slash here, then I think they want to probably try to prioritize getting up their screens, is my guess. But we will see. We will very much see here. At least the hazards are not on the field right now, which is great. That is very, very good for me. But we will see what happens here. We will see. We do fire off a Volt Switch. Does a lot of damage. I hear now I switch into Ursaluna. This could be firing off a certain move of some kind, but I think Ursaluna is just the switch anyways, just to get rid of screens. So that is what I'm going to do here. That is, in fact, what I'm going to do here. We're going to take a chunk, but... yeah, we are going to take a chunk from this, probably. Yeah, that is a bit unfortunate. Here I just fire off a Brick Break, just to make sure that the screens get broken. Yeah, this is... Ooh, God, man. Ah, I'm so nervous, dude. Parting Shot, that makes sense. That does make sense here. But at least we're breaking the screen. We're breaking the screen, which is really good for me. We will see what wants to come in here. It's probably going to be Bloodmoon, if I had to guess. It's probably going to be the Bloodmoon. It could also be Glimmet, but then I just swap into Sandslash, I think. Barb, it is going to be this thing. I could also... Boom. I could also... Okay, hold on. I think maybe I just try to fire off a KO, because the sooner I get this thing off the field, the better. So I think here, I think I try to predict. I think I need to try to predict here something. So Appleton could be the switch. Appleton could very easily be a switch here. Ursaluna versus Glimmet. Gunk Shot does 27 to 32%, which kind of sucks. I think what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to fire it off again. There's no reason for me not to. I could try to predict and get a Gunk Shot off, but I think Brick Break's just a better play to make. And hope that my opponent lets this go down. Because if my opponent does let this go down, then that allows me to play around a little bit more and try to get hazards off the field. The sooner this thing is off the field, the better for my sanity. Is basically what this comes down to. This thing can't do anything to me. The only thing that this can do is set up hazards, or just die, which is exactly what's going to happen here, which is very good for me. The sooner we fire off a Rapid Spin on Sandslash, the better. This is exactly the reason why I did not remove Rapid Spin from Sandslash. Obviously, Dragalge could be a very, very nice Pokemon here, but it is what it is. We'll see what wants to come in here. We will see what wants to come in here. It's probably going to be... My guess is it's probably going to be Chonk. Is that Ursaluna? That's going to be Appleton. Okay. Let's see. I could just fire off a Gunk Shot here. I could also just switch into Sandslash. If I do switch into Sandslash and you are Body Press, do you straight up KO? You... If you're max, which you probably are, then it's a roll. Ooh, okay. And hazards. Okay, I think what I'm gonna do here. Yeah, I'm just gonna do this. I'm just gonna do this. If they fire off a Body Press, good play. This is going to get completely walled. So, Iron Defense. Yeah, so this is going to be a Body Press set, which is good to know. I am okay with this. I'm just going to go ahead and get off my Terastallization, I think, and fire off a Rapid Spin. I think it's kind of what I want to do here. Or, okay, how much do I need this? Glimmet is gone now, which is great. This thing could be really good for a lot of other Pokemon. Terra Ground, Kill a Wattrel is not as good here, so I think what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to click, now that Rapid Spin, I think I'm just going to click Rapid Spin here. Oh, I meant, yeah, did I Terra? I don't think I Terra'd. Whoops, I meant to Terra. I meant to Terra there, but I did not think about that, so that's my bad. We do see Terra Steel, which is good. That is very good for me to know that this is Terra Steel. If Sandslash goes down, then that's fine. At least we get rid of the hazards. Speed Rose, beautiful. The Poison Spike disappear. That's wonderful. Body Press, okay. That KOs. Okay, so Appleton, Clefable, if you're at +2, Body Press does nothing. So Body Press does diddly squat. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to go into Pinky. If we can trick this thing, that would be amazing. Yeah, I'm just going to click Trick. There's zero reason for me not to. I'm just going to do that. Bada bing, bada boom. Here we go. Here we go. Let's see what you give me. I give you the Scarf. You give me a Leftovers. Okay. Apple Acid, that's fine. Honestly, that is okay. And I have lefties, so which is obviously really great for me. So your choice locked into Apple Acid. I switch into Virizion now, I think. I think this is a pretty free switch into Virizion. I could, or I can go into Kilowattrel and Terra Ground. No, I don't do that. That's ridiculous. Steampunk, I could go into Steampunk here. I think what I do here is I go into T-Mobile. Sacred Sword's going to do a massive chunk to this thing. And just weaken it down considerably. So, which is obviously really good. This is obviously very good indeed. They do hard swap, so that's interesting. So we'll see what wants to come in here. X23. What is this? Weavile. Good switch. I hard swap into Ursaluna here. Not Ursaluna, I hard swap into Volcanion. Obviously. I'm not even going to think about that. That is just the play. I am going to make it. They click knock. That is completely fine by me. Ideally, they click triple axle. Ideally, they click triple, or Swords Dance is honestly fine too. That is completely fine. This set is meant to destroy you. So that is exactly what I'm going to do. I'm just going to click Body Press and pick up a KO. That is what I'm going to do here. I'm going to click Body Press, pick up a KO on something. Okay, that is clean. Is that going to KO me? It does not, but it comes pretty freaking close. I respect that. Holy crap. Okay. Whew! I respect that. Alright, very glad I was max defense then. Jesus. Very glad about that. Okay. Appleton is essentially useless now, because it can't set up in my face. Weavile is gone, so that makes that a lot easier that makes certain Pokemon a lot easier to deal with. Bloodmoon could make an appearance here. Bloodmoon could make an appearance. Which I do outspeed, which is good. Nothing really wants to come in versus this thing, because it's going to either take Rocky Helmet Chip, or it's going to take a lot of damage. Appleton, if you are Scarf, choice Scarf, you still don't outspeed Volcanion if you are not speed invested, which I'm assuming you're not, so that's really good for me. Volcanion is the fastest thing on the field, besides maybe the Grim. Werebear, that is Ursaluna Bloodmoon. Okay, so Bloodmoon, Ursaluna Bloodmoon. I definitely outspeed Modest. Let me double check, make sure I outspeed Timid. I might not outspeed Timid. I do outspeed Timid, so I fire off a Steam Eruption here every single time. That is just what I do. And pray it KOs. We will see. Hopefully Volcanion can actually pick this thing off. If it is Pasho Berry, it's not Pasho Berry. Are you max Spadef? Okay, well you definitely have Spadef Investment. Hyper Voice, that's fine. I think here I can go into Virizion and click Trailblaze. Yeah, I can click Trailblaze here. I can click Vacuum Wave. I can go into Stormy. I can go into pretty much any Pokemon here. I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go into Virizion, though. Yeah, I go into Virizion. There's no reason for me not to go into Virizion here. Virizion's not that useful for this game, so I'm just going to fire off, I think a Vacuum Wave is what I'm going to fire off here. Just to guarantee that they can't do a lot of damage to me with Vacuum Wave, or I can fire off a Sacred Sword. Sacred Sword should KO. I think that's what I'm going to do here. I think I'm going to fire off a Sacred Sword, actually. They do Vacuum Wave, that's fine. That does diddly squat. Sacred Sword, boom. Beautiful. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. So Werebear fainted. Very good. I guess I could have clicked Trailblaze there because I could have gotten the Mirror Herb buff. Well, no, Mirror Herb doesn't work with that thing. So I love Lamp. That's going to be the Iron Moth. Hello, Iron Moth. You're not a that item. Okay, so that's good to know. You're not a booster. You could be Scarf. So I think what I do here, I think I let this thing go down because it doesn't really do anything versus the rest of the team. You could set up But realistically, what do you want to set up with? What do you want to set up with? Let me just scan Iron Moth's moveset real quick. 30 seconds. Okay, I have to keep that in mind. Iron Moth. What setup moves do you get? Do you get any special attack buffs? Besides like Fiery Dance, I don't think you do. Oh, you could be Meteor Beam, but that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. I think I just stay in here and let this thing go down. I'm gonna click Vacuum Wave, just to get some damage off on this thing. See what you want to do. Flame Charge. Ooh, okay, that's fine. Actually, that's completely fine. That is completely fine by me. You can do that all you want. And we get the speed buff too. That's kind of funny, I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not even gonna front, that's kind of funny. I just click Sacred Sword here. Alright, so Flame Charge, that's kind of cool. Fiery Dance, that's fine. I have Ursaluna here specifically for this Pokemon. Special Attack Rose, that's fine. Okay, so you go down, that's fine. That's completely fine by me. Ursaluna comes in here and takes care of this. Ursaluna comes in here and wins, basically. At least versus Iron Moth. You're not Sash, that Sash is broken now, so I just click Headlong Rush and you should die. Energy Ball, bada bing, bada boom, get caught! Get caught, buddy, get caught! Hey, get caught, baby, get caught! Yeah, get caught, baby, get caught! Yeah! That's why I run that particular set. Beautiful, alright. I mean, at this point, I think we guarantee win, unless Appleton wants to do weird stuff. It just comes down to a question of what can Grimmsnarl do? Well, I just click Brick Break here. I literally just click Brick. Click the brick. Click the brick. That is all I need to do, is just click the brick. I won't outspeed Choice Scarfed thing, so that's fine. Brick Break, I'm not going to allow you to do that, friend. You do live, which is a bit unfortunate, but again, I'm not allowing you to do that. Not allowing you to set up hazards. I am not allowing that, my friend. Good try. Reflect. Nope, I'm still not allowing that. Let's see. Apple. Ton. Yeah, we guarantee win this. Apple Acid's going to do dilly squat to me if this is a bulky, if this is a more bulkier set, which I'm assuming it is. And even if it's max, Apple Acid still ain't doing a chunk. So I'm just going to click Headlong Rush and win the game, I think. I think is kind of what I do here. Because Headlong Rush guarantee KOs. Out of curiosity, does Kilowattrel kill with the Terra Ground, Terra Blast? It does not, but if I weaken it down... Because here's the thing, this is now comes down to, do I want to face... This essentially comes down to, do I want to face this, or do I want to face, Godbear? This is essentially what it comes down to, because I can manipulate this to where I'm taken out with Godbear. I can win, or I can take on Godbear. What do I do? What do I do here? You know what? I'll click a Brick Break. Okay, well, I don't know what happened there. I am so sorry, everybody. That sucks. I think what I'm just going to do here is I'm just going to go ahead and just spam rocks, I think. This will allow me to face Godbear, so that way I'm not taking on the exact same team. Because I think I will have a better chance against Godbear than I will this team. Is kind of what I'm thinking. So I'm going to go ahead, let Appleton pick up a couple KOs here, and then win the game with the Kilowattrel. So yeah, I'm just manipulating this just so that way. Also, it keeps things interesting too. So that way I don't have to face the Steve again. at least not for at least not next week. I might have to face them later on, but at least not next week. I can take on Godbear, who I have not faced in battle yet. So GG's to my opponent. Again, this is just a battle that I win 100% of the time. Yeah, and then next week we're taking on Godbear for playoffs, which is very, very exciting. Super stoked about that. That would be funny. LOL. But yeah, I wanna play Godbear. Lol. Alright, but yeah, I win here. GG's to my opponent. For sure. really great matchup. I don't think I have the rest of... I think I lost all of my things, so which sucks, but, you know, it is what it is. So we found the belt here, we win the game. Alright. GG's to my opponent. We get a spot in playoffs. We love to see it, and I'm taking on Godbear. Yeah, this is going to be a bit all over the place. This is probably going to be post-com. I apologize to everybody for that. But yeah, we are making playoffs, baby. I am so excited. Let's go. We're taking on Godbear next week, the 2nd seed overall, and hopefully we come out with a W. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys did enjoy this battle. And yeah, it's so crazy to believe we went from a 1-4 to a 5-4. We made a playoff push and we are successful. We love to see it. We freaking love to see it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys really did enjoy this game. And yeah, I think that'll do it. So I'll see you dudes in the next video. Peace out, mates!